With the 6th pick in the 2025 CFL Draft, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers select Connor Shay, linebacker, Wyoming. Toronto, you are now on the clock.
This is an impressive pick, a player that many had mocked to go #1 overall, including our own Marshall Ferguson. 4.52 in the 40. He's got a couple of mini camps before that, but this guy can run and play.
Yeah, something of a late riser. Connor Shay is a guy figured out he was eligible for the CFL draft basically in his senior year. His father is Canadian. He thus has Canadian citizenship. Didn't become a starter until his last year at Wyoming, but again, they've had some pretty good linebackers there ahead of him. Good special teams performer as he was biding his time waiting to become a starter, which is something that will translate well to the Canadian Football League. But when you look at the linebackers who are in starting positions in the CFL, the thing that stands out about them, as we talked about with Devin Veresuk, is that athleticism. And for a young Canadian linebacker coming into the league, we talked about Ali Saad as a D lineman, and he's got Corey Mace as a coach. How about a young linebacker coming in and he's got Mike O'Shea as his head coach, teaching him the ropes and helping him adjust to life in the Canadian Football League.
It's a lucky player to get to work with Mike O'Shea and be around in that room for sure. But yeah, smaller CFL style build, if you want to call it that, quick, aggressive. When I watch him, I thought he kind of seems like he just waits, and pounces. And man, when he takes off, he can run sideline to sideline. The 65-yard wide field is going to be an absolute asset. I think he's going to enjoy playing in this league because he's got that type of motor that you look for, obviously, at the position. But also, when I look at what right now Winnipeg has going on at middle linebacker, we know Adam Bighill was a long-time, amazing all-star player for the Bombers. But Lapo, now you're looking at Tony Jones is in there, did a good job filling in last year when Biggie got hurt. And then you have brought over Jonathan Jones from the Toronto Argonauts as well. But in terms of Canadian talent at the position, Shane Gauthier and Tanner Cadwallader, right? And so adding Connor Shay into the mix and giving him that flexibility, whether it be in the middle or weak side, I think that does upgrade Winnipeg's defense significantly if they can get him up to speed.
I think the first person who's happy is Mike Miller, special teams coordinator. He gets an outstanding special teams player. Mike O'Shea can work on developing him. Can he be a starter in the Canadian Football League? But I think you hit the nail on the head. There are times on tape that there's a little bit of hesitation. Once he figures out that hesitation, he can be a dynamic player. Gets rid of that hesitation because when he puts his foot in the ground and runs sideline to sideline, he hits people and he hits them in a bad mood. So this is a really dynamic linebacker. We just got to get him more reps, and when he gets more reps, then he can make more plays.
Very rarely gets fooled, right? Like, that's the whole thing. But also playing in Winnipeg, you're going to go up against AJ Ouellette and the Riders. And it's like, well, you're not going to get fooled, but you're also going to have to step in the hole at some point and deal with AJ.